Imagine standing in front of two doors. Behind one is everything you've ever wanted. Behind the other, nothing but regret. The problem is, you don't know which is which. So you stand there, frozen, thinking, calculating, replaying every possibility in your head. You tell yourself you're being careful, that you're being rational. But deep down, you're stalling. You wait so long that the doors themselves begin to fade. And that's the danger of paralysis by analysis. It's the silent killer of dreams. The illusion that the more we think, the closer we get to the truth. That if we just gather enough information, if we just weigh every possibility, we'll be guaranteed the perfect outcome. But perfection never arrives. The more you think, the more possibilities multiply. Every answer gives birth to another question. Every path splits into a dozen others. And before long, the tree of options has grown so massive, it blocks out the very horizon you were trying to reach. We've all felt it. Sitting in front of a blank screen, waiting for the perfect words, staring at a business idea, tweaking the plan for months, but never starting, debating whether to send that message, apply for that job, take that risk. And while we wait, time slips through our fingers. Thinking feels like progress. But thinking without action is just a comfortable form of procrastination. What makes paralysis by analysis so dangerous is that it's rooted in fear. Fear of being wrong, fear of wasting time, fear of missing out on a better option, fear of closing one door forever. And fear is clever. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It disguises itself as logic, as caution, as wisdom. You tell yourself, I'm not ready yet. I just need to research a little more. I'll start when the timing is right. But the truth is, you're hiding. And the longer you hide, the harder it becomes to move at all. History isn't made by people who waited until the picture was perfect. It's made by people who acted in the fog. Generals didn't march into battle knowing every outcome. They marched knowing they'd figure it out along the way. Entrepreneurs didn't launch companies because they had certainty. They launched because they had conviction. Artists didn't wait until inspiration was flawless. They created, and through creating, they discovered what thinking alone never could. Look back at your own life. The best decisions you've made probably weren't the ones you agonized over for weeks. They were the ones you felt, the ones you committed to, even when you weren't sure. And the worst decisions? Often they weren't decisions at all. They were the moments you stood still, waiting while opportunities slipped by unseen. Here's the irony. The more you analyze, the worse your judgment becomes. You start overthinking every angle, magnifying every risk, inflating every doubt. A simple choice becomes a life or death crisis. And instead of freeing you, your mind builds a prison of endless what-ifs. But here's the cruel truth. Not choosing is also a choice. And often it's the most damaging one. Think about it. A door you never open will never lead anywhere. A shot you never take will never score. A book you never write will never inspire. Life doesn't pause while you hesitate. The world keeps moving. And when you refuse to act, you don't just lose time, you lose possibility. So how do you break free from paralysis by analysis? You stop chasing certainty. You accept that certainty is a luxury only available in hindsight. You'll never know every outcome. You'll never have all the facts. The only thing you truly control is the next step, not the 10th step, not the 100th, just the next one. The key is momentum. Once you take one step, even a small one, the fog begins to clear. Action creates clarity. Action reveals opportunities that endless thinking never could. The generals learned by fighting, the entrepreneurs by launching, the artists by creating. The same law applies to you. You won't figure it out in theory. You'll figure it out in motion. The real question then isn't, what's the right choice? It's, will I choose at all? Because life doesn't reward those who wait until they're certain. It rewards those who dare to decide, even in uncertainty. Paralysis by analysis is nothing more than a slow death disguised as wisdom. A life lived in hesitation is no life at all. Don't let your mind trick you into standing still. Decide, act, and let clarity emerge through motion, not meditation. Because in the end, the doors you don't open will haunt you far more than the mistakes you make along the way.